There we go. Everybody can see it. There's a doorway. The doorway's open. What are you going to do? Are you going to walk through that doorway? Are you going to have someone help you walk through that doorway? Or are you going to just trust that you don't have to think about walking through the doorway? It's just going to happen. Hi, I'm Kimmy Rose, and we talked to you a little bit about June. I'm talking a lot about June, but I'll try to keep it short and simple. This is a month of really like faith, I would say, embracing faith. June 2018. Let's think about the year. January. We all kind of like said, thank goodness. We're in a new time now. The 2017, 2016, all the way back to 2008 have been really interesting. A lot of learning, a lot of growth, a lot of understanding, and a lot of really letting go of that energy of beating yourself up, you know, beating yourself up over things that you've done. And really, it's about learning to be present and recognizing that you're only living in this moment. That all those other moments, they happened, but they're not as important as the now. And so the theme for this month is trust the process. And trusting the process is something that can be really difficult because, like I said when I was showing the doors, should you walk through that door? Should someone help you walk through the door? When should you walk through the door? How? Gosh darn it, I just want to do it now. I'm walking through it now. Wait a minute. Let's see what I want to happen. And when I walk through that door, what I want on the other side, it hasn't happened yet. Because let's see, in March, the month of March, I actually started out by imagining the possibilities. And I started to embrace those things. And I started to set intentions of what I wanted. And not only that, you were shown things in the month of March. You were really shown a lot. In the month of February, the new energy entered in and said, hey, guess what? Things are not going to be as hard as they used to. But the difference is that we're in a time where you can put thought out and things will manifest in. The real law of attraction, which really is no secret because this is something you could do all along. Just been testing. I think we've been testing ourselves a bit just to see maybe other ways. Hey, we gotta learn to plant the seeds. Gotta learn to water. Um, we can also plant the seeds, or we could see the seeds plant themselves and trust that Mother Nature will water them if we take care of the mother, if we take care of the earth. So, a lot of what we've been having to do, whether it be permaculture, things like that, it's very unnatural. And so, this time we're in now says if you want to walk through that door, you got to trust the process that is natural. That process of clearing and simplifying. So here it is. You have been waiting for that job to happen, and that job just hasn't happened. And yet you already applied for it, your name's in there. You know you're going to get the job. It's just like taking forever. And you're like, okay, what do I got to do? I mean, what do I got to do to make this happen for myself? Should I send a letter, make a phone call? The answer in June is no. Trust the process. Trust that things are happening divinely. I promise you, if you could just trust by feeling it, knowing that it's going to happen, but have faith. The process of faith. This is so important. When we have faith, it is a wonderful thing because faith is what steers us. Faith is what takes us through the door. Faith is what gives us grace. Faith is a beautiful thing. And I know I went through quite a bunch of things where I just had no faith. And I realized, wait a minute, the faith that I'm not having is the faith in myself. And I have always had faith in myself that I could make things happen. I think what happened to me is I just created so many things that I didn't know what to do with them. Just got so heavy. And so my process started to unfold for me, and it started to unfold in March. I'm like, you know what? Simplify. I need to simplify. So I started going through all kinds of things, and then I realized, I'm really good at. There's some things I'm really good at. It's just that I'm not having time to do the things that I'm really good at, nor do I had time to be with the people I want to be with. Or, it just seemed like I added all this stuff so I could do something really good, but I was obsessing and I was doing it good, but to the point where it wasn't good to me. And so one of the things that I've been doing, and I know many of you have, because this is a collective thing, meaning, in February, the age of Aquarius means that we're all, what we're doing, we're all affecting each other, and you're going to see that. You will see that all the time, anyways, that the energy we put out is the energy we create. The energy we create is the energy we get back. Where you direct your energy, it flows. Energy flows where you direct it. You are the director at all times. That's where free will and choice comes in. So, how do we get things to move? We trust the process. And in the meantime, while we're trusting that process, we can take care of our things in June. Take care of things. Do your own maintenance. If you're waiting for a job to happen, start paying off some bills. Start clearing things out, getting rid of things, simplify things. You know how we just like add things up. I know for me, I had all these thumb drives, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I have taught so many classes, done a lot of speaking, and I have all of these classes, like over 1,000 classes, but I have about 50 classes, but 1,000 different ways, because every time I would go to teach, I would find myself modifying the class because I will tune in to the group. I can feel the people, and I always like to, you know, work with people in a way that I can feel them and I can relate to them. So I'm like editing the PowerPoint or editing what I'm doing. And what I've learned to do is just have one general thing. Stop doing so much of all of adding things in. And I just get up and I just go because I know this stuff. I know how intuition works. I know how the brain works. I wrote about it in my book, Wake Up Your Intuition. It's not a shameless plug. It's a very good plug because it's a great book. But this is what it's about. This month, it's all about trusting the process. So when you start to get anxious and you're like, okay, this is really making me mad because this job's not happening right now, or this person I've been waiting for to come into my life or come back, it's not happening. I'm getting really irritated. I'm gonna just like say, forget it. Just give up. Give up. Hey, if you want to give up, it's part of your process. You're creating it. Maybe, possibly, that you've been holding on to something, and you'll know because that's something. If you go back and you watch one of my very well, let's see, one, two YouTubes ago, 2 weeks ago, when I was talking, I was sharing about getting in touch with your intuition, which actually it was last week, and I just posted this week's. You actually it was, I think, let me think, around the third June, the 3rd through the 9th. You can look at that one. I'm giving you an intuition exercise, a way to know. You will know what your inner voice is saying. You know exactly what it's speaking if you listen. And that's what's so amazing is we all have these vibes inside of us that talk to us, that teach us, these instincts that are naturally part of us. And what happens is we just get lazy because we go to other people and we want them to tell us. And if you come to me, I'm a big person that I will not do it all for you. I will have you get in touch with that. And because this is the time we're in, we're supposed to be teaching this stuff. This is like the time that we're in. So we need to do the work, and it's not that hard. It's just like working out. Instead of going, to the gym, we're exercising our brain. So your neurotrophins, you're lifting weights with the neurotrophins. That's what you're doing. So trust the process. I trust the process, and I also trust like if it's involving, and it's always involving other people. Sometimes, unless it's something very deep and personal of your own. Maybe you're going through a healing process, and you need to trust the process. Maybe getting off of losing weight or getting away from medications, things like that. You need to trust the process that your body needs to go through. Whatever it is, it's a process. There's always a process, and there's always an end result that's good when you allow the process to happen. Think about when people make bread, and they put the yeast, refrigerator, and you let it process, and then it's just right so that you can make bread all the time. So when you can really do that and do it this month with your own self, trust that process. Know that the month of June is the process. When we get into July, and then when we get into August, because when we get into August, it's like Leo is like boom. It's like putting things into place and things are moving. And when I talked about imagine the possibilities will be right in front of you if you trusted the process. Part of trusting the process also has to do with being good to yourself. So this is something I need to listen to for myself is getting more sleep and eating better, eating right, because your frequency is important. If you want to properly process things, then you need to make sure that your frequency is in alignment. And I know for me, like I can close my eyes and I get like this tired, heavy feeling. I'm like, man, I'm not taking care of myself the way I need to. I have been getting ready to sell. Well, my house is up for sale. And so I'm running around and I'm making sure everything's painted, all these things are done, and I'm doing what I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing. I'm here, I'm wanting to simplify, and I'm doing what I always do. It's like when I teach a class, making sure everybody has the same type of paper, has their pencils, has everything. And then before I know it, I have like created this gigantic, gargantuous thing when all I had to do was just show up and teach. So what I did was, with the house, I'm like, okay, this is the list. These are the things that need to be done. My son, bless him, came through and helped me take a look at things, and I'm getting that stuff done now. Don't add more. Don't add more. Stay with the process. And that's so important that we do that. Let's not over important. If you can play a little, take some time and just play. It's funny because when I talk to my son, I'm like, I want to play poker. We got to play today. It was fun. I was at my mom's and it was her birthday. And so find some time to do some things that you love. Take care of yourself, simplify, and most of all, trust the process. Yeah, June's got a few weeks to it, but I promise you, if you can just take care of those internal rhythms and exercise your intuition, things will start just showing up. So the seeds are planted. The process is photosynthesis. That's law of attraction. And like I like to explain it, photosynthesis is, I want to show everybody this. There's the prism, the beautiful colors already came through. So the inspiration came from the light. It turned into this myriad of beautiful colors. The colors are all the people in that process that have come together and that will continue to come together This month, you'll meet people, things are going to just flow. And then in July, there's going to be meetings. There's going to be things set up. You're going to be really, really, really getting things going. And that process will already have started. So the photosynthesis, the plant's growing. How do we get the plant to create to grow good fruit? What we do is when that plant is growing good fruit, we're actually nurturing it. So nurturing it is something we should do all the time through anything. But also what we want to do is we want to make sure that part of this process is something that we want to stick with. So as you go through this, take a look at what works for you and what doesn't. You're going to notice a lot of people that maybe some people you thought would be part of a plan. Some people will, some people won't. People will fall away. You can trust that process. This is the time to trust the process. And don't beat yourself up. Don't beat other people up. A lot of people will be breaking up. A lot of people will be getting together. A lot of people will be moving. A lot of people will be starting new jobs. A lot of people may get fired. But you have to trust. Trust it's happening. And if you've been waiting for a new job and you're like, okay, I still have this job. I feel really safe. I've got it. If some reason you lose that job, don't get upset. Trust the process. And know that when you get into the month of July, what's really amazing about that month of May, is it's flowing. Things are flowing. And that's what's important. It has been one heck of a long amount of time since 2008, all the way up until now. We are in the clear. We're in the clear. We found things that have helped us, that have supported us, and we're ready to move. And that's what is so amazing. So this is a good time, and hopefully you made it to this time, because many people have left this earth plane. And I know that those people are here to support us. They're with us. They haven't left us. Don't give up. If you made it this far, don't give up. And I guarantee you those people that have been really kind of like hard on you because you haven't been taking care of you, those people will come around, because the only reason that they did that was because they knew that you had it in you. You had more in you. They could see your possibilities, and you couldn't see them for a while because that roller coaster was happening. You go back to 2008, the end of 2007. Please leave I'd love, I want to really interact. I'm doing this YouTube, but I really want to interact with you. What happened between then and now? What kind of things have happened in your life? Now it's about new beginnings. I promise. I'm going to be sharing more videos. I would love if you could, in the comments, share with me some of the things that you're going through. Even if you have a question, if you want to call me and you want to talk, you want to do a coaching session into coaching intuition, or talk to one of the other people that I have a great team. Like the way Prism Dream Team, and they are just amazing. They all do different things, and each one of us does something different, and we work together. So, like from Skip Smith, who does time maps, which are amazing. He can give you a time map of the whole year and tell you, here's when things will happen. He can look at people around you. And like for me, I'm in the time map, and he'll give you a number. I'm a 5 of spades. So one of the things about 5 of spades is 5 of spades are put here to start things, and we're good at making things happen. But really, we can make things happen and move things, but then we need people to help us with all the details. So if I'm like I said earlier, I'm good at teaching things, I'm good at starting things and making things happen, but also I don't hold that energy of not wanting others to do things. I'm a person that will start things, and then I want people to also come along, and they don't have to do it my way. It's about everybody working together and really, like, this person's got this gift, this person's got this gift, I've got mine. Let's all work together, and the process will work a lot better because then we're not bogging ourselves down with learning things that we really have no interest in learning. And then what? You can't do the things you really want to do. So, that's one of the examples I was going to give, and I could give a million and then I go off in different directions, but I'm not going to. But part of that process is, you know what? Like, I've been blessed with some amazing people. Cassie, I know you can hear, and Skip, and Skip's helped me a lot with understanding that five of spades. Kelly's been awesome. She is so amazing. Kelly Mystery, Michael. Um, I'm just, I love all of you. I mean, this team that I'm working with is so wonderful. And my mom, just so many great people that you're all part of that process. So as we go through that process, one of the things you can be guaranteed is that everybody will show up. And then people, you won't have to tell people how they need to do things, people will figure it out. You just have to trust that people know. Let's not enable people. Let's allow everyone to go through their process. And because we really need to get away from enabling, because when we enable, sometimes, well, all the time, what happens is a lot of times people don't really realize what they are good at and what their potential is. You could just say to them, imagine the possibilities. You can do this. So, good luck. Have a great month of June. And please subscribe and like this channel and share it with others. And I will be adding more each month. And also wanted to share with everybody the hemp oil that I really love. It's changed me. I know many of you have noticed a lot of differences with me just watching my videos, my focus, my energy. It's called Prime My Body, and I will put the link in if you, it's tumor shrunk, pain, clarity. It's helped with clarity. It has made such a difference in my life, and I recommend it to you. So have a great month. Thank you. Peace.